Welcome back to another video, guys. Welcome back. So yeah, there's been a thought in my head, for quite some days now, and it's basically the thought of, from the what's it called now? From the title of the video, right? You should already know. The problem is you think you are strong. The problem is you think you are strong, right? Or let me say the problem is you overrate yourself. I know the Bible tells us in First Corinthians, it says, I think First Corinthians 10:13, it says, let him that think he stands take heed lest he falls. Right? You know, because many a times for many of us, right, we, oh, I have stamina in place of prayer, well, we can boast and be like, oh, I know my work with God. Oh, I know my level with God. I know my covenant, blah 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 blah, and all those stuff, right? And and yes, there's a place for having that confidence, right? That one is there, right? But many a times we just end up being there's such a thing as being overconfident, right? There's such a thing as being overconfident where you are so confident, you feel you are immortal, like. A thought entered my head yesterday, and it was, you would be shocked how far you can go. Like, you would be shocked how far you can go. You can tell yourself, nah, I can never fall for this thing, or no, it can never be. That's the most common sentence. It can never be me. You find people who always tell you, it can never be me, it can never be me. We don't stand, right? We don't remain standing because of our own power, or because we are too intelligent, we are too smart, we are too spiritual. Now God pass, right? We don't stand, we don't have stamina, we don't have stature because, oh, you pray a lot, prayer is good, but like, being overconfident is a form of deception in its own, right? So let's take an example. Let's talk about the issue of sexual perversion, right? And you might find people sometimes who, or even some of us, are like that, whereby we just be like, it can never happen. Me and a lady, me and, like it can never happen, it can never be me, but then we just we now ignore the place of, having structures, having systems, having, set out rules, having set out boundaries that can protect us in that particular area, just because we feel too overconfident, just because we feel too, we feel confident that, it can never be me, it can never be. Or even, let's talk about compromise, right? Maybe collecting bribes in the office or something, right? When you find others, for example, who compromise, who maybe collect bribes or whatever, right? Again, it can never be me, obviously, right? But there's a kind of deception that comes with being overconfident. Yes, we are confident on the message of God. We are confident on the word of God. But if you don't um consciously enforce systems, enforce rules, enforce measures, put measures in place that would be like a protection for you, to ensure that you actually never fall for this thing, right? We are talking about a compromise now, in this case, maybe collecting bribes, for example, right? If you actually never have measures or systems put in place, right, to help you ensure that you never fall, to help you ensure that it actually never be you. God forbid you wake up one day and you just find yourself in that same situation, in that same mess, that you are like, oh, it can never be me. You get what I'm saying? So being overconfident is just another form of, it's just a kind of deception on its own, because you can so boast, you can so have confidence, you can so have confidence in your abilities, in yourself, right? In your abilities, in yourself, that you be like, it can never be me, it can never happen, whatever, whatever, whatever. And then when it finally happens, you are disappointed at yourself, you are disappointed at God, that you never even You're disappointed at yourself, disappointed at your destiny, disappointed at right. So yeah, being overconfident is a killer actually. It's a killer. And it's something we should be mindful of. It's something we should be mindful of. It's something, yes, the message of God help us. We are confident in the word of God, we are confident on the message of God, we are confident on God withholding us, we are confident on God helping us, right? But still on still, we should not ignore the place of, or rather we should not ignore the place for, right? We should not ignore the place, the position, right? The place that systems, the place that clear cut boundaries hold, right? We should not ignore it. So being overconfident is bad, but having confidence is good. But then confidence that is supported by systems, confidence that is backed up not just by your words alone, but by systems, but by measures you've put in place. Right. So yeah, so I hope this blessed you. And if it did, really like and see you next Friday. Bye bye.